Hey YouTube, and thanks for clicking on our video.
Yeah, we finally reached the final part of our top 50 band series, and this is definitely going to be a really good one.
Yeah, you're gonna want to watch the whole thing because it's so juicy with rock and roll awesomeness.
Yeah.
So probably know this by now, but we're making the video over Skype because we live in two different sides of the country. It's pretty much the only way that we can make this video.
So I guess I'll start then. Kicking off our finale at number 10 is Metallica. So Metallica was formed in 1981 in Los Angeles by drummers Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield. He's not a guitarist James Hetfield. Even though they were formed in Los Angeles, they're known for their early origins in San Francisco, since they moved there after the band was completely formed. And they helped to form the thrash subcategory of metal with the rest of the big four, who are Slayer, Anthrax, and Megadeth.
The early lineup was James, Dave, Lars, and Cliff Burton. Kirk Hammett replaced Dave Mustaine, who formed Megadeth, and Cliff Burton died in a bus crash, which was pretty bad. And he was considered the best bassist the group ever had. The first album was Kill 'Em All, released in 1983, and it's gone triple platinum.
Alright, so they've sold over 100 million albums worldwide, and they're one of the most influential metal bands of all time. They're really good, catchy songs. They're inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2009, and they released Guitar Hero Metallica in 2009.
Yeah, pretty good game, I have that.
Yeah.
The band's been through a lot of crap though. Like in 2000, Metallica decided to sue Napster and music sharing website for sharing their music for free. It was kind of messy, but a lot of the fans really hated them after that, and now Lars Ulrich is like a really hated guy, but I still like him. They released Some Kind of Monster, which was a movie in 2000 to show the conflicts between the band during the recordings of Saint Anger. They just recently released Lulu, which has gotten terrible reviews. They've gotten like pretty crappy albums, like recently.
Yeah.
Except for like Death Magnetic, that was probably their last good album. But like they've had a lot of crappy albums, but I still like them. They're a good band.
Okay, yeah, so do I. They're good.
All right, well, up next is Queen.
Number 9.
Yep. Queen was formed in London, England in 1971, and it consisted of Freddie Mercury, Brian May, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon.
They're very well known for their song Bohemian Rhapsody. They have lots of classics like None of Them Bites the Dust and Somebody to Love.
Yeah.
They're also really well known for their several vocal harmonies. It gives them a very unique sound.
It's been predicted that they have sold over 300 million albums worldwide, making them one of the best-selling artists of all time. They were also inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2001.
People also know Freddie Mercury to be one of the greatest singers of all time. This is a very impressive range.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he died in 1991 due to AIDS.
Yeah, I mean, that really sucks. Just adds another person to the list of awesome people who died, like, way too young.
Yeah, lots of them. It's like that. Well, anyways, keep it going. Next at number 8 is one of my favorites, Pink Floyd. So, Pink Floyd was formed in London, England in 1965. The original band consisted of Roger Waters, Nick Mason, Richard Wright, and Syd Barrett.
They've sold over 230 million albums worldwide, and they're most known for their really long psychedelic songs. Because, they're known as a prog rock, psychedelic rock group. Yeah.
Yeah. Their most famous album is definitely Dark Side of the Moon. It was released in 1973. It sold over 50 million copies. Number 2, most widely sold album of all time.
Yeah. Floyd is pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can listen to the vocals still on The Great Gig in the Sky.
How many School of Rock references can we actually put in these videos?
I don't know, probably a lot more.
Well, keeping this thing moving. Next at number 7 is a big favorite of both of ours, Rush. Rush was formed in Canada in 1968, and they're the only Canadian band on our list. It's pretty cool. It consisted of Geddy Lee on bass and keyboards and lead vocals, Alex Lifeson on guitar, and the legendary Neil Peart on drums. I mean, that's a pretty good lineup.
Geddy Lee's amazing.
His
You should read about his vocal range. He has like is he like special diet just to handle it?
And like Neil Peart's drum set like completely surrounds him. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So they've sold over 40 million albums worldwide. They're inducted in the Canadian Music Hall of Fame in 1994. And they are well known for being a progressive rock band, and even some consider them to be metal, which we aren't too sure about, but okay, you can kind of hear.
Yeah. One of their most famous songs / albums was 2112, a song lasting about 20 minutes, which was split into 7 different parts.
6 or 7. It's like a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
It's on their Chronicles album, which is their greatest hits compilation. They only have parts 1 and 2.
Because it's just so long.
Yeah. In 2011, they went on their very successful Time Machine tour, where they played their whole Moving Pictures album live for the first time ever. They are expected to release a new album called Clockwork Angels in 2012 with a tour following it.
Yeah, cool. Can't wait for that. You know, we've got to catch them in concert sometime.
Yeah, hook us up with tickets, you know.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
I mean, everyone on this list we should go see. Well, the ones that we can still like exist.
Because, you know, like some of these don't exist. Alright, well, anyway. Next at number 6 is another big favorite of mine, and Ed too. Nirvana. Nirvana was formed in Aberdeen, Washington in 1987. They had several different names before or during their early years, including Skid Row, Pencap Chew, Ted Ed Fred, and Bliss, but they finally settled on Nirvana. They helped create the new 90s grunge alternative genre of music.
The first album was Bleach, which was released in 1989. The album got good reviews, but it didn't really make Billboard charts. It's very grungy.
It was released later, though, by Geffen Records, and it actually did make the Billboard charts, but this was after all their big success. So, the early lineup was Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and about 6 different drummers. Not all at the same time, though. In 1990, the band recruited the legendary drummer Dave Grohl, who helped give the band the sound they were looking for.
In 1991, they released their most famous album, Nevermind, which has sold over 30 million albums worldwide and is considered one of the greatest rock albums of all time. Their song Smells Like Teen Spirit is the most favorite song on the album, and it's mostly well known among music fans. And Weird Al did.
Oh yeah.
So like, too.
Weird Al. They're also really well known for their unplugged performance, which showed off the amazing musical abilities of the group. But unfortunately, in 1994, Kurt Cobain committed suicide, ending the band's big success.
Yeah. They have since released several greatest hits and compilation albums, and they have sold out a lot of copies because they're really cool.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl went on to become successful with his band Foo Fighters, and Chris became a politician.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, anyway, next at number 5 on the list, we have Van Halen.
It's kind of weird Van Halen got this high on the list. I mean, they're awesome, but are they really number 5?
Well, I mean, they scored really high because Eddie Van Halen's guitar skills, it gave him a ton of points.
Yeah. Alright, so, well, go on.
Alright, cool. Alright, so they were formed in 1972 in Pasadena, California. The members are Eddie, Alex Van Halen, David Lee Roth, and recently Wolfgang Van Halen, who's been on tour with them.
Yeah, that's their most recent lineup with Wolfgang. He was Eddie Van Halen's son. So they're all very talented, especially Eddie, Alex, and David.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alex is a crazy drummer, and David's amazing singer.
And obviously, Eddie Van Halen, everyone knows who he is.
Yes, legendary guitarist.
Yeah.
There's still over 75 million albums worldwide, and 2 of the most famous albums were the debut self-titled and 1984.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They recently released their new album, A Different Kind of Truth, and went on a tour for the album. I'm actually might go see them, so it's pretty cool. They were inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2007, and in 2009, Guitar Hero Van Halen was released, except it got really bad reviews.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Van Halen is pretty sweet. Okay. Coming up next, at number 4 is AC/DC. AC/DC was formed in 1973 by Malcolm and Angus Young in Sydney, Australia. They sold over 200 million albums worldwide. Most well known for Back in Black, which sold 49 million albums, number 3 on the list. And actually beat Michael Jackson's Thriller on the album charts when it first came out.
Yeah, pretty cool. Angus Young is also known as one of the best guitarists of all time, and Jack Black even dressed like him and used a Gibson SG guitar in the movie School of Rock, which we've quoted like 100 times. And he uses a ton of AC/DC references in the movie.
Yeah.
They also have a sweet signature sound of heavy power chords, simple but awesome drum beats, classic guitar solos, and great vocals.
It's been rumored by band members a new album will be released sometime this year, which sounds exciting.
Yeah.
And they were inducted into Hall of Fame in 2003.
AC/DC is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, well, surprise, we're actually going to be stopping the video right here.
We'll soon be releasing the final part 6, where we'll cover the top 3 greatest rock bands ever. You're not going to want to miss it, because it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. If you have any comments or fan mail or video suggestions of like top 50 or top 10 or whatever lists we should do, send us an email at turduckenprod@gmail.com. The link is in the description. Also, if you just feel like leaving a comment, go ahead and do that. We love comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe.
Alright, hook us up with tickets, concerts, you know.
Oh yeah, concert tickets too. Alright, well, it's been fun. Bye.
Alright.